Welcome to Talking Crue, an official Motley Crue podcast. I'm your host, Kevin Humphrey, where I talk all things in the world of Motley Crue. This is episode 34 this week, Motley Crue's Crue Fest DVD review. That's what I'm going to be talking about this week. But first, this week in Motley news. Not a whole lot of it, but some. Nicky posted about what he said last week about the new Crue song sounding country and hip hop. He said it was a joke, but he did say also that the new songs sound a little more like reggae and Bob Dylan. Again, it's a joke. And plus, he said he actually kind of wanted to see how far this would go. And it went really far. It even went to some of these rock websites and Twitter accounts and Instagram and stuff like that as real news. And but yeah, like I said last week, I knew it was a joke because I even explained it. Country was John 5 because that's his inspiration to play guitar was the country TV show Hee Haw. And hip hop, of course, we're talking about Tommy Lee, Methods of Mayhem. So I knew it was a joke, but yeah, people took it really seriously. He also said that it's close to rehearsals, so they're going to start rehearsing for the new Motley Crue 2024 tour. He said that it's his favorite part. He gets to hang out with the John 5, Vince, and Tommy and just kind of hang out and shoot the you know what. Speaking of John 5, John 5 was announced as April's International Guitar Month by Metal Titans. So yeah, congratulations, John 5. Also, Nicky's back into the news. He also announced that there's a special First 21 Deluxe Limited Edition. He didn't really explain what this means. It showed him autographing some pictures, so I'm going to guess they're going to reissue this book and put some signed photographs in it. I'm not really sure. I'll keep you guys posted on this when I find out a little bit more. Plus, yesterday, Nicky posted on Twitter 15. That's it. 15. 15 what? April 15th is what I'm thinking. Maybe it's the new song comes out April 15th. He also said there's a buttload of press conferences scheduled. Is that the day the first press conference? Are they going to announce something? Who knows? But if it is a press conference, if it is the new song, I will do a bonus episode on the 15th, April 15th, which is Monday. And that's it in Motley news. On a off topic, my thoughts and prayers go out to CJ Snare, his family and bandmates. CJ passed away this week. He was the lead singer for the band Firehouse. They had a ton of hits. All She Wrote, Don't Treat Me Bad, Love of a Lifetime, Reach for the Sky, When I Look Into Your Eyes, all kinds of hits. So yeah, my thoughts and prayers go out to his family and bandmates. I actually got to see Firehouse back in 1996. They played a club down here in Knoxville, and they put on an amazing show. I actually got a guitar pick after the show. Such great guys. So sad that CJ passed away. Okay, and now let's get back into it. This is episode 34, Motley Crue's Crue Fest DVD review. That's what I'm going to be talking about this week. On this week's episode, I'm just going to continue on with the timeline of releases, and this is what the band released next. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the timeline, not a whole lot. As soon as the album Saints of Los Angeles was released, which was episode 33, last week's episode in case you missed it, the band went out on tour. They kicked off the tour on what they called Crue Fest, an outdoor arena or venue shows, I should say. They mostly did amphitheaters and places like that. Sorry, it's raining. It caught my attention. So now let's go info and facts. The idea of Crue Fest was created by Nicky, who was inspired by Ozzy Osbourne's Ozfest. The tour is a traveling festival that went through the United States and Canada. It started July the 1st in 2008 and went all the way through until August 31st, 2008. All these bands took part of Crue Fest. Trapped would open the shows 6 a.m. Third band would be Papa Roach, and the fourth band would be Buck Cherry, and then of course the headliner was Motley Crue. And yeah, Nicky played two different bands on one show each night. He had to be exhausted by the night was over. The tour was billed as the loudest show on earth. So now let's talk about the DVD. It was recorded in Toronto, Canada on August 28, 2008 at the Molson Amphitheater. I hope I said that right. Molson. It was directed by P.R. Brown, who has worked with a bunch of other different bands and artists. I just wrote just a few. Static X, Seven Dust, Meatloaf, Slipknot. Plus, he's already had working history with 6 a.m. and Motley Crue. He did Life is Beautiful and Pray for Me, the 6 a.m. music videos. He also did If I Die Tomorrow by Motley Crue. So he already had a working relationship with the band and a couple of others, I would say, because his list is a mile long. He's almost like the Wayne Isham of music videos as well. The DVD is 2 discs. Disc number 1 is the whole Motley Crue show. Disc number 2 is a couple of the songs from the other bands that were part of Crue Fest, plus bonus stuff like 6 Motley Crue music videos and Crue Fest 2008 All Access Pass documentary. The running time on this is approximately 180 minutes. How many copies has it sold? I really can't find an answer to that, but I did find that it reached number 1 in the Billboard Top Music Video chart. As close as sales that I could find is that it sold 7,000 copies in its first week of release. Other than that, I really can't find anything. If you know anything, write me a comment down below. Let me know, because I'd love to find out myself. So there's your info and facts on the DVD and Crue Fest. So now, let's talk about the DVD. So I'm going to review this the way I watch this DVD. And the way I watch it might be like, that's too much work or whatever. But this is the way I watch it, because I didn't get to see Crue Fest, so I watch it the way Crue Fest would be. So I start with disc number 2. And disc number 2, like I said, is the other bands that performed on Crue Fest. So the first band is Trapped. They showed 2 songs from their performance. Now I'm going to say this real fast. Although there's only like 2, maybe 3 songs from these bands, they played a longer set. This is just how they kind of edited it out. So the first song on the DVD is Contagious, and the second song that it shows them playing is their big hit song, Headstrong. I love that song. Trapped is a really cool band. If you've never checked them out, at least check out this song, Headstrong. Okay, then the second band hits the stage, and that is 6 a.m. And sorry, there's my notes. By this point, they do 2 songs, and both of these songs are singles, and I'm counting them as their big hits. The first song is Pray for Me. I love that song. Song number 2 is Life is Beautiful, which was their big hit single during right before Crue Fest started. Love that song as well. I can't wait to talk about that album, Heroin Diaries soundtrack. Then the third band comes out, and that is Papa Roach. Again, another really cool band. If you've not checked out Papa Roach, you better do so. I just made a little note on this because Papa Roach is just high energy rock and roll. They are absolutely fantastic. First song it shows them doing is Time Is Running Out. Second song is Forever. And then third song that they show them playing is their big hit, the biggest hit of their career, although they've got a ton of hit songs, and that is Last Resort. Again, Papa Roach just rocks. I really dig them a lot. Then the fourth band comes out, and that is Buck Cherry. They show them doing 3 songs as well, and all 3 of these are their big hits. Song number 1 is Lit It Up. Light It Up, yeah, I had it right. Song number 2 is Sorry. I love that song. I mentioned that in last week's episode. And song number 3 is Crazy Beep, with a B with a itch. So there you go. Like I said, that's all 3 of their big hit songs on that. And then, after I finish that, then I take out disc number 2 and I put disc number 1 in, because there's the next band. It's the headliner themselves, Motley freaking Crue. So, here we go. Let's talk about this. I'm going to talk about the stage just real fast. The lighting rig for this is absolutely amazing. They got like 3 or 4 that kind of come down, move up, twirl. It's really cool. Big video screen in the back of Tommy Lee. Plus, there's a backwards Los Angeles sign on the back of the stage. Kind of looks like the Hollywood sign, but it's the Los Angeles sign, and they have it backwards. Why it's backwards, I don't really know. If you know, write me a comment. But yeah, really cool stage. Tommy's drum kit. I got to talk about this real fast. His kick drum is enormous. I mean, huge isn't even the right word. It's enormous. Definitely check it out. If you can find a picture, I'll post one on the Talking Crue Facebook page. Alright, so now let's talk about the show. So there's a white curtain in front of the stage. There's like a little intro. A preacher saying rock and roll is the devil music and all this kind of stuff. As the band's taking the stage, Mick starts the opening riff of Kickstart My Heart, and then the curtain drops. Pyro goes off. Awesome song live. Crowd singing along. More pyro towards the middle of the song. It's absolutely amazing. It's so freaking good. So that was song number 1. Song number 2 is Wild Side, They Don't Let Up. Starts with pyro and then more pyro. Absolutely awesome. Love it. Great crowd reaction. They kind of kept it the way they did during the Carnival of Souls, Carnival of Sins tour, where it had that opening pyro that matched the song. They kind of kept that, which is awesome. Song number 3 is Shout at the Devil. The fire going off, classic Crue, absolutely fantastic, love it. Then at the end of the song, Vince says they're going to do a new one, and Saints of Los Angeles, although he calls it Saints of Toronto. So that is song number 4, Saints of Los Angeles. Awesome lighting on this, so you really get to see the lighting rig on this. Then power going off as it gets going. Sounds so good live, love it. The singers from the other bands, from 6 a.m., Trap, Papa Roach, and Buck Cherry all come out, because I mentioned them in last week's episode on the Saints of Los Angeles album review. They do gang vocals on this song, so they all come out and sing the chorus part. Absolutely awesome. More pyro and fire. It's absolutely amazing. Song number 5 is Live Wire. Mick starts this one. There's almost kind of a guitar solo that he does. Then they go right into it. The icon song, as I call it, love it. Crowd singing along, fantastic. The lighting is fantastic on this one as well. Then we get to song number 6, and that is Sick Love Song. Vince introduces this one. Fantastic live. It sounds so good. There's a part where Vince points at Nikki and says, "He drives me straight to hell." Really cool. It's really funny. And then after that, it's Tommy unleashes the Edie Cam. And that's self-explanatory, and I'm not going to really go into that in case there's younger Crue fans watching this or listening to it on Spotify. So then we go to song number 7, and that is MNFer of the Year. After the Edie Cam, Tommy introduces this one. Vince says, "Let me see all the MNFers here tonight." Absolutely amazing live. It works so good. I kind of hope they bring this one back into the set list for this upcoming tour. They haven't played it in a while that I can think of. So yeah, if they're watching, Nikki, John 5, Vince, Tommy, play MNFer of the Year. Song number 8 is Don't Go Away Mad, Just Go Away. Josie's back. She's from the Carnival Sins tour. She comes out with a mic stand and Vince's guitar, and she hands it to him, plus some stuff kind of goes on. Absolutely fantastic live. I've said it before, it never gets old. Great crowd reaction, love it. There's also a part right before he does the song, he kind of strums his acoustic guitar, because there was a lot of talk, especially on Motley Shout, which was the fan forum, that Vince wasn't playing live. He was just kind of going through the motions. So when they must have read this, because he would do this every night, and I think he still does it to this day. So song number 9, while he's got his guitar, they go right into Same Old Situation. Incredible live performance. The lighting again is shown off on this. It's amazing. Great crowd reaction and singing along. I love it. Then we get to song number 10, and that is Primal Scream. Nikki introduces this one. He has the crowd all sit down and then jump back up, all in unison. It's really cool. Another really cool part on this song, and I kind of forgot about this, is there's pyro going off, and it's going sideways, left to right, right to left. It's really cool looking. I love it. This song is live is awesome. Fire going off as well. Then fire and pyro, absolutely awesome on this song. So they really picked this one up. Song number 11 is Looks That Kill. Vince and Tommy get this one going, with Tommy playing this drum groove and Vince getting the crowd reaction going, clapping or singing along. And then they go into the song. Again, this is another one that never gets old. Live classic Crue, Looks That Kill. Then they go into song number 12, Girls, Girls, Girls. Vince introduces this one as he tells everybody to put the right hand in the air and make a fist and go like this, motioning the starting of the motorcycle. Incredible live, as always. Great crowd. Crowd reaction is awesome. Love it, and I always love this song live. I think it's great. Song number 13 is Dr. Feelgood. Great crowd reaction as soon as they start playing it. Pyro and fire go off. Amazing live. More fire, more pyro at the end. Looks absolutely incredible. Sorry, there's my notes. Then, towards the end of the song, Vince says, "We're Motley Crue. Thank you. Good night, Toronto." And then more pyro goes off. Then the band leaves the stage. They come back out. Well, I should say Tommy comes back out, because now there's a piano in the front of the stage, a grand piano. Tommy starts playing it. Mick kind of slowly walks up behind him, plays a little bit of soft playing on guitar. Then Vince and Nikki join in, and they start playing Home Sweet Home. Now there's all kinds of, there's 3 different live versions of this that they do. They do the original. They did the one when Tommy left and Mick plays the acoustic guitar to start off the song. And then there's this one. And I absolutely love this version, and they've done it ever since Crue Fest. It starts off with Tommy playing, a little bit of playing by Mick on guitar. Vince starts to sing. He sings the first verse and into the chorus. And when he gets towards the end of the chorus, they all point out the crowd, and everybody sings Home Sweet Home. Then Tommy runs to the drum kit, and they finish off the song like normal. Absolutely amazing. I love it. Like I said, I love this version. It's probably my all-time favorite out of the 3 different ways that they do it. So like I said, they've been doing it this way since. Then at the end of the song, Vince says thank you, and as always, God bless. Then they all 4 get together at the front of the stage, and Tommy says thank you to everyone. And then the band takes a bow, and they walk off the stage. So that's how this number 1 ends in the Motley show. Then I put this number 2 back in. I take number 1 out and put this number 2 in. And then I've watched the bonus stuff. Now, I don't really watch these music videos. I do watch 2 of them. The rest of them I've seen so many times. Like I said, there's 6 Motley Crue music videos. 1 is White Trash Circus. 2 is Saints of Los Angeles. 3 is Primal Scream. 4 is Looks That Kill. 5 is Livewire. And number 6 is Kickstart My Heart. Now, I noticed this when I bought this when it first came out. And I was like, okay, we got White Trash Circus, which hasn't became a single just yet that I can think of. I have to go back and look and see when White Trash single came out. Is it before or after this DVD? But MNFer of the Year was the 2nd single. This ain't on here, and I'm not really sure why it's not on here. That's a question I'd love to ask Nikki or Alan Kovac. Why wasn't MNFer of the Year the music video on here? Who knows? Alright, so then I go to the documentary. Crue Fest 2008 All Access documentary. I'm not going to tell you every little detail that they did or said or all that stuff, because I kind of want you guys to watch it. If I can find it, I've been meaning to look on YouTube if there's somebody posted this on YouTube. If I can find it, I'll post it in the comments section down below. Okay, so it shows the band taking the stage, the crowd coming in, then the band heading to a press conference to announce Crue Fest. There's interviews with the fans, the road crew setting up the stage. Vince shows how he does vocal warm-ups before the show, which is absolutely hilarious. He just kind of goes into a shower stall and does this, okay, I'm good. And that's it. There's interviews with all 4 members of the band. Plus, there's little interview segments from Josh Todd, the lead singer of Buck Cherry, Jacoby Shattuck, the lead singer of Papa Roach. They talk a little bit about Crue Fest, and Tommy blames Ozzy. That's why I said Ozfest. I saw the word Ozzy. So Tommy blames Ozzy for all this. Then there's the after show, backstage stuff at the show. Tommy blows up his drum kit because it had a crack in it, so he blows up the old one because he's getting a new one. That's really cool to watch. Tommy and Mick talk about Mick missing a part of the song and Mick apologizing. And then they show Motley Crue gets the city of Los Angeles, the key to the city of Los Angeles. They talk about future Crue Fest. And I'm just going to leave it at that as far as the documentary. Because if you have this DVD, on the back cover, there's Crue Fest 2, 2009. They even already had the tour dates scheduled. And I will do an episode on Crue Fest 2 a few weeks down the road. So stay tuned for that. Because I think I know the answer, but I got a question about Crue Fest 2. So we'll get to that. Alright, so that's the DVD. Homework this week. Do you have this DVD? Motley Crue's Crue Fest. Homework question number 2. Did you attend Crue Fest 2008? And if you did, write me a comment down below. I'd love to know. What show did you go see? Because like I said, I didn't get to go. So, but luckily they put this DVD out. And that's it for this week's episode. Next week's episode is episode 35. I'm going to do another live review from the Saints of Los Angeles tour. I'm going to talk about, well, they did the show in Toronto, which was this one, the DVD. I'm on down south. I'm going to talk about a show that they did in Buenos Aires, Argentina, 2008. And this show is absolutely freaking incredible. So I'll talk about that next week in episode 35. And that's it for this week's episode. If you know anybody that is a Motley Crue fan, likes to talk about Motley Crue or hear about Motley Crue, send them this way. Hit that share button, copy the link, and send it to them. Tell them to go on Google, Firefox, YouTube, Facebook, Spotify, and type in Talking Crue. All the episodes will pop up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button yourself and give me a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. That helps out the podcast a whole lot. And that's it. I'll see you guys next Friday. And you just took a ride on the wild side.